Teachers, let's be honest. Teaching is one of the most rewarding professions in the world, but it's also one of the most demanding. Every day you step into your classroom with a heart full of dedication, a mind full of plans, and the hope that you'll make a difference in someone's life. Yet behind the smiles, lesson plans, and commitment, there's often something we don't talk about enough: stress. The truth is, teachers carry a huge emotional load. You're not just teaching subjects, you're shaping minds, managing behavior, meeting expectations, handling paperwork, and trying to balance your own life in between. So, as a trainer speaking to passionate educators like you, let me say this clearly. It's completely normal to feel stressed as a teacher, but what truly matters is how you handle it. Because if stress is left unmanaged, it doesn't just affect your well-being. It affects your teaching, your students, and your love for the profession. So today, let's have an honest, heart-to-heart talk about how to handle stress as a teacher. Not just survive it, but rise above it, grow through it, and use it to become even stronger. The first thing I want you to remember is that stress is not a sign of weakness. It's a sign that you care deeply about what you do. The problem is not that teachers get stressed. The problem is when teachers ignore it, suppress it, or blame themselves for it. We must begin by accepting that teaching is emotionally intense. You give a part of yourself every day to your students, your school, your subject, and that emotional investment can sometimes drain your energy. Acknowledging your stress doesn't mean you're failing. It means you're human. The key is learning how to manage that stress so it doesn't consume you. Awareness is the first step to control. Now, let's talk about one of the biggest stress triggers for teachers: workload. The endless lesson plans, grading, meetings, and administrative tasks can feel overwhelming. But here's the truth. You can't do everything perfectly, and you don't have to. Effective time management is your best defense against burnout. Prioritize tasks that truly matter for learning outcomes. Not every worksheet or report needs to be flawless. Ask yourself, is this task essential, or am I just doing it out of pressure or habit? Learn to say no politely when new responsibilities compromise your balance. Remember, a stressed teacher is not an effective teacher. Protect your time like it's gold, because it truly is. Another common source of stress comes from classroom challenges, difficult students, behavioral issues, or low motivation. It's easy to take these things personally, but as a professional, you must separate behavior from identity. A student's misbehavior is not a reflection of your worth or competence. Often students act out because of issues beyond your classroom: stress at home, peer pressure, or emotional struggles. Instead of reacting emotionally, approach such situations with empathy. Pause, breathe, and respond with calm authority. The more you master emotional regulation, the more control you gain over your environment, and that reduces stress immensely. Now let's discuss self-care, because this is where most teachers struggle. You give so much to others that you often forget to give to yourself. But you can't pour from an empty cup. Self-care is not selfish, it's survival. Create routines that recharge your mind and body. It could be as simple as taking a walk after school, reading something you love, listening to music, spending time with family, or meditating. Make time for yourself without guilt. When you care for yourself, you're actually caring for your students, because a calm, balanced teacher creates a positive learning environment. Think of self-care as a professional responsibility, not a luxury. Also, remember to set emotional boundaries. Teachers often carry students' problems home, their worries, their pain, their failures. Compassion is essential, but emotional overload is dangerous. You can care deeply without carrying every burden. Tell yourself, I am here to guide and support, but I can't fix everything. When you leave school, try to mentally switch off. Have a ritual, maybe closing your laptop, saying a quick affirmation like, I've done my best today, and allowing yourself to rest. Boundaries don't make you less caring. They keep you capable of caring for the long run. Collegial support is another powerful stress buffer. Teaching can sometimes feel isolating, but you're not alone. Your fellow teachers understand your challenges better than anyone else. Build supportive relationships within your school. Talk to colleagues, share experiences, and learn from each other. A 5-minute chat in the staff room can lift your spirits more than you realize. Create a culture where teachers uplift teachers, not compete with them. A strong professional community can transform the most stressful days into manageable ones. Let us also address a mental shift that can change everything. Focusing on what you can control instead of what you can see. There will always be things outside your control: school policies, curriculum changes, student attitudes, or parents' expectations. Stress grows when we fight battles we cannot win. Instead, direct your energy toward what's within your influence: your teaching style, your classroom atmosphere, your mindset. When you shift your focus to the controllable, your confidence rises and stress decreases. It's about response over reaction. Another crucial tool is mindfulness. Mindfulness simply means being fully present in the moment without judgment. When you practice mindfulness, you teach your mind to slow down, breathe, and regain perspective. Try short breathing exercises before class. Take a few minutes of quiet reflection after a challenging lesson. Notice your thoughts, but don't get trapped in them. Mindfulness helps you detach from stressful emotions and respond with clarity. Even 5 minutes of mindful breathing during your break can reset your entire day. Physical health plays a big role too. Stress lives in the body, not just the mind. That's why movement is medicine. Regular exercise, even light stretching or walking, helps release tension and boosts mood. A healthy diet, proper hydration, and enough sleep are equally vital. Many teachers sacrifice rest to finish work, but remember, a tired mind is an anxious mind. Sleep is your natural stress repair system. Respect your body's needs. It's your greatest teaching tool. Teachers also need to remember why they started. When stress piles up, we often lose sight of our purpose. Reconnect with your why. Think of the students you've helped, the progress you've witnessed, the joy you've brought into learning. Keep notes or small thank you messages from students. Those reminders are powerful emotional anchors. Purpose gives perspective, and perspective reduces stress. When you focus on the meaning of your work rather than its pressure, your energy shifts from frustration to fulfillment. Let's also talk about the power of humor. A little laughter can dissolve a lot of tension. Don't take every classroom mishap or policy change too seriously. Learn to laugh at the absurdities of teaching life, the funny mistakes, the unexpected questions, the chaos that sometimes happens. Humor brings perspective and reminds you that it's okay not to have everything under control. A teacher who can smile through challenges not only protects their peace but also models resilience for students. Sometimes stress comes from perfectionism. Teachers are naturally high achievers, and that's both a strength and a weakness. You want your lessons to be flawless, your students to succeed, your classroom to run smoothly. But teaching is not about perfection, it's about progress. Accept that some lessons won't go as planned. Some days your energy will dip. That's normal. Focus on growth, not perfection. When you let go of unrealistic expectations, you free yourself from constant self-criticism and stress. Reflection also helps. Take time to evaluate your day calmly. Instead of replaying what went wrong, focus on what went right. Write down 3 small successes each day: a student's smile, a breakthrough moment, a peaceful class. This simple gratitude practice trains your mind to notice the positives, which reduces anxiety and builds emotional resilience. Stress shrinks when gratitude grows. If stress ever feels overwhelming, seek help early. Talking to a counselor, mentor, or therapist doesn't mean you're weak. It means you're wise. Mental health is part of professional health. Schools should normalize conversations about stress and well-being. When we support teachers emotionally, we empower them professionally. Remember, asking for help is not a weakness, it's self-awareness. Now let's look at one more key idea: balance. Teachers often feel guilty about taking time off or enjoying personal activities. But balance isn't a reward for hard work. It's a necessity for sustained effectiveness. Make time for hobbies, family, and rest. Your personal life fuels your professional success. A balanced teacher brings more patience, creativity, and joy into the classroom. So schedule your rest as seriously as you schedule your lessons. As a trainer, I also want to emphasize the importance of mindset. Stress begins in the mind, and so does peace. You can't always change your workload or circumstances, but you can change how you perceive them. Start each day with a positive affirmation, something like, "I am doing my best, and that's enough." Replace self-doubt with self-compassion. When things go wrong, don't say, "I failed," say, "I'm learning." The way you talk to yourself determines how you handle pressure. Speak kindly to yourself, the same way you would to your students. Celebrate small wins. Teaching doesn't always offer instant gratification. Sometimes you won't see the results of your efforts for years. But every day you make a difference, even if it's invisible today. Recognize those little victories. The student who finally understood a tough topic, the class that listened with genuine interest, the quiet learner who smiled for the first time. Each of those moments matters. Acknowledging them keeps your spirit strong and your stress manageable. And finally, remember that teaching is a journey, not a destination. There will be highs and lows, successes and setbacks, but each moment contributes to your growth as an educator. When stress hits, don't resist it, understand it. Ask yourself, what is this stress trying to teach me? Maybe it's a reminder to slow down, to delegate, to ask for help, or to reset priorities. Growth often hides behind discomfort. When you learn from stress instead of fearing it, you gain power over it. So, teachers, as you continue this incredible journey, take care of your mind, your body, and your heart. You are not just a teacher. You are a guide, a mentor, a difference maker. The world needs your light, but you can't let it burn out. Protect it with self-care, balance, and mindfulness. Stress may visit you, but it doesn't have to stay. Handle it with awareness, manage it with wisdom, and rise above it with purpose. Remember, calm teachers create calm classrooms. And when you nurture your well-being, you not only teach better, you live better. You are the heart of education, and a healthy heart beats stronger for everyone.